HotFacts. Robert-Reese. Hot.
This up. Can't make this up. Can't make this up. Definitely van life, all this life, whatever I want to call it, is over. The first day that it started is over. Or second day that it started is over. When you put everything in that whip and then it gets destroyed low-key, and it's destroyed, just the bumper is destroyed, then what do you do? But have to get into another vehicle and have to, put everything together. I got the worst luck in the world. I know most of y'all are probably going to be watching this after the fact. You're going to see this after the fact. But, yeah, this is what we're dealing with here. Like, worst luck in the world.
Hot facts, people. You guys just watched that. Doing the Uber Eats, doing a drop off right now. I'm almost there. Man, that's one of the guys who came into the YouTube game with me in the same class. Man, the amazing hustler. That boy be hustling, gambling, sports betting, Uber eating, Doordashing, club promoting, everything. Car accident. I done been through it myself. Man, he said he in pain. Pain go come, the adrenaline was in. My man's in a rental car, G, in a whole nother state, and the company is in California. Imagine that. He talking about he want to get the car fixed out here, then go ahead, take it back, let them know, but it's a Carfax on the car and everything. It's crazy, man. And I'm glad he's okay. He ain't no bodily injuries. Someone did hit him from behind. I hit him up. I let him know, call Larry Parker. That's what I did. I called Larry Parker. I got paid.
In a quarter-mile, turn right.
It wasn't his fault. But what I want to do is tell you guys that, look, even though my man has rideshare insurance, so he can do deliveries, Checker checks your record to see for accidents. Now, even though it's not your fault, these apps,
then turn left.
Going into Amazon real quick, these apps can go ahead and
turn left.
Deactivate you off of that, and that's not cool. I hope he don't get deactivated. He doing his thing. He called Doordash and said, I was in an accident. He shared the pizza and stuff that he had because he ain't gonna be able to give it to the customer. He shared the pizza, did everything else like that, and they was eating pizza, waiting for the cops to come and everything else. He was hit from the back, but even though he told Doordash he was in an accident, they're gonna check your insurance, see what you have and everything else. They're gonna act like it's all good, but I've seen this done before to where they deactivate a driver even when it was not their fault. I hope this does not happen in his situation. The amazing hustler.
Car says, meet at door. Drive to middle of the parking lot, walk up the stairs through the glass door, place food on the rack to the left.
He gonna say meet at door.
Drop off on the right.
It's a meet at door, but I gotta drop it off where you do your food deliveries. Man, this dude is crazy right here. Let me go ahead and get up in here. I can't park in none of these handicap spots. I'm gonna do it like this. I'm gonna pull up here and park real quick. I'm at Amazon. I'm right by the UPS in Riverside off Coyote Bush. I'm gonna pull in right here where it says expecting mothers. We at the warehouse and they got a spot for them to go ahead and park. Look, it's right here. Reserved for expecting mothers. They got that there. I want to go ahead and take you guys in, but I don't want to break no laws and no rules going into Amazon. I'll be right back in a hop, skip, and a jump. Let me go ahead and take this picture for my nigga.
A few moments later.
All right. Martha was not my nigga. Martha was a woman that had 3 teeth and a nice smile. So if you don't know what that means, then you don't know what it means. She had 3 teeth, but her smile was nice. Very nice and polite. And she met me up there, so that was good. But what's going on with the Amazing Hustler is I've seen DoorDash give people the okie doke. They make you buy all this rideshare insurance and everything. And it ends up screwing you in the long run because they get rid of you. Now, depending on how many deliveries you have, sometimes they want to get rid of the more experienced drivers so that they have less experienced drivers. And the less experienced drivers, they want them to do all the orders on the app. But that's beside the point. My man was in a car accident. Now, he has rideshare insurance. Yes. But for his vehicle, he's in a rental. Now, I do know that that rideshare insurance works for his vehicle, but since he's in a rental, that works out a little bit differently. Will DoorDash be there for you? Now, we know we get customers that'll say, and I had this happen. My man was not from the United States. He's using somebody else's address because he does landscape. And he said, I'm looking for the Malibu. I was in a rental because it's getting fixed. He contacted Uber and let them know. And then they go send me a message, you're not in your vehicle. And that motherfucker did that to me. It didn't do nothing, but he still did that. Because to be honest, as long as you can get your delivery in, it really don't, some people is like, man, it don't matter what car I'm in. I got insurance. I got this, that. Yeah, you do. But if something happens, the actual app that you have, they're going to be looking for the insurance for that vehicle. Now, my man, the Amazing Hustler, Dennis, he did let them know that he was in an accident. I don't know if he let them know that he was in a rental vehicle. Hopefully he did not do that. That will burn your ass. But at the same time, if you did and you have full coverage, you have rideshare insurance and everything, you would think it would work. But then again, people, rideshare insurance is for the vehicle that you're doing rideshare or deliveries in. So he's got to get the car fixed. He's supposed to have it back by the 3rd. So that's going to be a timeline crunch right there. Can he get the car fixed and then back? I know that when I was in my car accident, that time frame took longer. My car was at Caliber Collision, and it took like 30 days or something because there's other cars there being worked on for accidents and all that other stuff. And it took like 30 days. He's got to be back in like 15 days. So I don't know how that's going to work. He's got to make sure that he has a car ready for the rental place. But then he has to have the conversation with them and let them know. Now, from what it seems like, the rental car place may not know about him doing the deliveries and driving out of state, to the Carolinas, which is another issue. This is a huge lesson learned. He was hit in the back, so it's not his fault. It's not his fault. He was hit in the back. Okay? He was hit in the back. It was not his fault. But you gotta start to figure out the ins and outs of how these gig apps work and who they can keep and get rid of. I hope he does not get deactivated, but he kept it real because it was not his fault. But he was doing a delivery not in the vehicle that he has. Now, he does deliveries on a motorcycle also. And I don't know how he's working that out with the rideshare insurance and all this stuff for his motorcycle. I don't know if he has them all on a bundle pack or whatever. Do not know. But right now, my nigga's in trouble. He's coming off real cool, making it seem like he's got it all under control, but it's not under control. My man also said the airbags went off in the other vehicle. He said he hurts, but you know, he's okay. I thought the same way in my accident. And then the adrenaline is what's doing that. You get hit from the back, you go, all that, you get whiplash. My advice for him was to go see a doctor, a chiropractor, call Larry H. Parker. Larry H. Parker got me money. It wasn't my fault. I was in the clear. I got paid. Dennis, go see a chiropractor, a doctor, call a lawyer, get a lawyer, and go get your money. Go get your money. You don't want to be one of them dudes that says, I watch all these ads when I'm watching reels, and it says if you've been in a car accident, go ahead and do this, and I got this much money, and you look at it and be like, man, that stuff don't work. I called Larry H. Parker. He didn't give me 2.1 million, but I was able to do a few things. And one of the things that I was able to do was accident happened and the money dropped when it was time to pay for my son's funeral. So I was able to do all that, and that took care of it. So, you know, call you a lawyer. They do take their 33% or whatever else it is that they're gonna do. Work that out however else. But if you are a driver out there, I'm gonna let you know that accidents do happen every day. And the gig apps get a whiff. You let them know, they're checking, you're on checker. Now the craziest thing is that even though it's not his fault, I was not deactivated from my apps when it wasn't my fault. But at the same time, you never know, because I wasn't on delivery, and there's stories that you can get deactivated even not on delivery for having these things. And I know, I've met people that it's happened to. But he did let Doordash know that he was in an accident. Now, we know the people over, they don't speak English that well. They're from a third world country, and they're doing our American customer service and dispatch and everything else. Hopefully it works out. If you are a delivery driver out there, make sure you cross your T's, dot your I's, and do what you got to do. Don't want to see you out there with no job. Now, what if this was his only app? Okay. Another thing, he has to find another vehicle while he's out there to still drive in case he has to pay out of pocket for something. Now, I do know he's doing a sports betting. He did win some money, so he's got some of that saved. But he's got to go work to make sure he can pay whatever the out of pocket is that he wants to. He wants to go ahead and go get it fixed out there and whip the car back, and it looks right. I don't know if he wants to turn it in without them knowing it was in a wreck. You know, that's gangster right there in itself. But he's still got to drive because there's more money. And then he's in the Carolinas right now, or wherever else he is, and he has to make some real money out there to equal what he was doing in California. This is where your California Prop 22 helps out, you guys. When you get into a situation like this, that California Prop 22 will help you with the cash. Shame on you states who don't have it. Quit getting mad at us. It'll help you out right now. Accidents happen every day. Protect yourself. Quit speeding. Drive safe. Go home to your family because they want you home. All right? Imagine if he was renting an account. Man, crazy. How do you tell DoorDash, or how do you tell the person you're renting the account from that you got into an accident? They gonna be coming for you, and you go ghost their ass. They ain't getting shit out of you. They did that illegally, so I'm gone. The burden is all on them. I'm glad that's not the case, and I hope that's not the case, because he said the rental company is only here in California. So I hope that's not the case. He could have went through a hire car or went through a person individually, like I'm doing on this car. But man, Dennis, I'm glad you okay. I'm glad the update was right. And delivery drivers, drive safe, man. You don't know what's gonna happen out there.